You can be the best thing you want to be. I just want the best thing for that ass. I just want the best thing for that ass. You can be the best thing you want to be. You just gotta work that attitude, baby. Gotta work. Get up. 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 Oh, hey Siri. Siri, set an alarm for 9:30.
Hey, excuse me?
Yes, what's up?
Hey, this is Siri.
You talk back?
You haven't heard me talk back to you before?
Well, yeah, but not these kind of realistic replies. This is very...
Yeah, well, shut up, okay? You told me to set an alarm. You set an alarm, bitch. You set an alarm last night. In fact, at 11:38 p.m., you said, hey, Siri, can you wake me up at 6 a.m.? All right, it's 6 a.m., motherfucker. And now you're telling me to set another alarm?
I'm a little tired.
I'm a little tired. I'm a little tired. Hey,
Get the fuck out of bed, bitch. Go. Get up, and then they got go. Time to wake up, bitch. Get up. Get up. Get up. Excuses for what you are, when they're making excuses for your shit, when they're making excuses, baby, you just need to look inside. You got a heart, you got a brain, you got a dope-ass mentality.
You hear that?
You got it.
You got it.
Get up. Get up.
You got to get up. You got to get up. Get up. Get up. What's going on, guys? Welcome. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to Dano Crypto. Welcome to the weekly live stream. Welcome to Freaky Friday. Guys, we have damn tariff news again. We got China not playing ball. They're not playing nice right now. So let's go. So we got the tariff stuff. We have James Wynn, I think, got liquidated. We're following his trades. We're also following our own trade. We got $1,000 trade in right now, and this is our last damn hurrah for the week. And if we can't get this one or we get stopped out, we're not going to get liquidated because we got the damn stop losses set for this time. But man, this is our last hurrah for the week. If we can't do it today, then the weekend is we're stepping away from the charts, and then we'll assess on Monday, because guys, we're not quitting. We're not quitters on this channel, and neither are you. Not in the dojo crew. We do not quit, even as bad as it can get and as bad as it may seem sometimes. We're not quitting. We're not quitting, but welcome back. Welcome everyone. Please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. YouTube obviously does a terrible job at letting people know that I'm going live. I can't get any louder than this, or more pumped or more bullish than this, and they still don't let people know when I'm going live. It's crazy. They let one person know, but this dude's an OG. I can't read your name because I can't translate it, so you'll have to just tell me what your name is. But you've been coming in here on a daily basis, and we really appreciate you. Thank you very, very much. tell me your name so then I can actually give you a full respectable shout out. Let's go. But guys, the trade is on. The trade's on. We got the level set. If you watch the video this morning of us talking about the Bitcoin levels, I'm kind of still eyeing the next drop down level because if you watch the Rashad, shout out to Rashad. All right, yeah, shout out to Rashad for being the first person here, the first person that clicked on that video right when it popped up, the first person to like. These are the people that I like. I like people like this. The grifters and the lurkers, we question you because you do come in here, you like to watch, and then then you don't hit the like button or subscribe. So we got to change that. But shout out to Rashad, part of the Dojo crew and also part of the gang otter gang. He's one of the otters. The otters like to swim over to the other live streams here and there. But guys, if you were watching the live stream yesterday, we marked some pretty key levels, and one of them was hit. We had the 104. I said, guys, here's your levels. Watch for 104. We smacked into that. I said, watch for 102. I think they're trying to stop. I think they're trying to liquidate Mr. James Wynn here. He's in another Bitcoin long here. You can see it. Look. He's in another Bitcoin long. You can see his liquidation price is at $101,900. He's also in a Pepe long, and it's looking, I don't know, it's looking a little dicey. So I'm looking at these levels right now, and I am looking for a take profit at 102, which is basically the level right here at the wick here, the line in the sand, 102, 200. And we also do have a stop loss set just in case this trade gets away from us. And we have a stop loss set at 10%. So the liquidate, and you got to remember, they've been liquidation hunting this guy. And it's been pretty crazy. The fact that like right where his liquidation prices are is exactly where the price ended up going. So I'm thinking to myself, damn, are they going to try and do it again where they end up, right here on this chart? We'll see it. We'll look at the 3 hour, and you can see I have this level marked here too, and it looks like a pretty classic bearish divergence breakdown pattern. It's basically like you want to call it the McDonald's pattern. You can call it that too, where it's like ba-da-ba-ba-ba, go back to work, and it gets really, really crazy. So we're looking for this level. We're looking to respect this level, but then you got to think about the next wick down is at 98,000. Okay, so there's a couple different levels that we really have to watch out for. Now, this is a potential full bearish case scenario. That's full bear case scenario that we hit back down to 98, and then I would imagine from there the buy-in pressure would be so strong that it would immediately wick the price back up over 100K. So if you're thinking about levels to trade right now, which is kind of like the main topic of discussion here for this live stream, is just like, okay, where are the levels on the low side that we could potentially bounce from, because we did just respect that level. So you think this is another one right here. You got the 102, and then you got right up under it this quick wick to 99,000 or 98,000. Call it what you will. Basically 99,000. Quick wick right there. And so this is kind of what I'm looking for. It doesn't mean that it's gonna be volatile. Like they could try and push it back up to this trend line here. If you're looking at the 5 minute, we have the trend line here on the short time frame prices, and you can see we've just made like lower highs on the recovery. So once we went down, every time we tried to push, we're just like we're making lower lows technically. Or no, let's see if we're looking at this, we want to. What's happening here? Our chart is going wild. I don't know what's going on. It's not letting me drag the chart. Oh, there we go. So I'm thinking if we get rejected, so my thing is if we get rejected off of another lower high, on a lower high to test right here, and it's unsuccessful, then I would think they're just going to keep continuing to draw it down. And why I'm thinking this is that if you look at the liquidation heat map, this is really, really fascinating. You can see how we have a lot of action right here at 103.8, but then also we have a lot of action at 106 up at the top here. So I'm like, which ones are they going to liquidate first? Which ones are they going to liquidate first? Are they going to liquidate the long trades first and bring it down a little bit more and then pump it back up? Or are they going to bring it to 107, liquidate the shorts, and then bring it back to, and then bring it down to 103? It's a big possibility. Like they could ramp this thing up to 107, which was a resistance point right in here, to bring it back down. And then 103, I'm just watching that 103, 102, like this area is a hot area, high liquidity. You can see the orders that came in. And you remember, these are the orders that pushed Bitcoin to all-time highs. This was the buy-in pressure that sent Bitcoin to all-time highs here. Once it dropped back down to here and was major support from 102, we went to 111,000. And we went up a good 10%. So from here, I think that we probably could do the same thing. Either we stop here at 103, we stop here at 102, and we go back and try and clear up to these levels that the fib extension was showing us, 113, 114, 115, right around these levels. At least the top of the Bollinger Band you can see was 113, so that was a clear price that we were looking for. So we have to see how the volume is. We have to see if is the selling pressure getting exhausted, because if that's the case, then it could mean that this could be a bounce. This could be a bounce. We just need to see what is going to play out. So we have some news that I think is also affecting the price a little bit. We have the tariff stuff. Yeah. That's how this market has felt. I'm sure you've felt like this. Just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. President Trump says China has violated its tariff agreement with the United States. And it's just like, oh my God, here we go again. Here we go again. So I'm not trusting any of these moves. That's why I'm like, I'm not trusting the moves. Because you can see when they've brought it down here, they bring it to 106. They brought it back down. They brought it up a little bit more, but it wasn't able to sustain. And this is where I think that there's not a lot of volume coming in right now, especially on a Friday. We got uncertainty. I wonder how the stock market opened up. We didn't check the stocks. Let's check the stocks. Nvidia in the red, MicroStrategy in the red, S&P a little bit in the red. If we look on the daily here, not much movement. Only thing that's up a little bit is Robinhood. We have Robinhood up 1.4%. If you're looking at Tesla, we got Tesla up 1%. GME almost a percent. But actually, it's interesting. GME dumped on the news of a Bitcoin purchase. Instead of it going up and it affecting the price in the immediate news break, it actually went down. So very interesting that it ended up doing that. And then we can see that the Dixie still is on a downtrend. I think the key level of us getting a real true breakout and going into the bull run banana zone of this particular cycle is when the dollar starts to get back to 94, because whenever we've had that happen, you can see is during this time is when we had a major breakout. And also correlated with the interest rates, you can see the interest rates as that red line. We had zero interest, and the dollar was being printed out of thin air, and just 40% of the supply that we have now circulating in the dollar was printed in the last 4 years. So you wonder why things change so drastically, and why the bonds are at the 10-year bonds are at a freaking, what is it? Where is it at? I think we saved it. Where is it at? US blah 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 10-year bond. Where the heck is it? Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. I was looking right past it. Now you see how this correlates with, oh, look, the interest rates are at like 4.2%, and also the bond yield is at 4.4%, and then all during these times when the bond yield was down, that was when we had our periods of more risk on. So yeah, interesting that all this is kind of correlating out, playing out. You can kind of see it in the charts if you're looking at more of a macro breakdown in terms of the monetary policy and the economics that's been happening with the United States, especially over the past 4 years. So this is still affecting crypto, but what's cool is that it isn't affecting it as drastically as we would think, because all the while this has been happening, Bitcoin's been breaking all-time highs. Gold's been breaking all-time highs. We've had certain stocks performing well against this economic uncertainty, but it's still looking good. But I will say that the volatility right now it's a good thing. It's going to give us opportunities to either get back in, maybe altcoins get a little cheaper. Anytime there's any drawdowns like this, you have to look at it in a positive manner. You got to say, okay, this is good, because it's ultimately giving us opportunities to where if maybe you might have maybe missed the boat, at some point here in the early points of the month, then going into April. Word of the day is pumpage. Yeah, I mean, man, I just like, I went short because this particular level, I'm really like this wick right here. Look, they wicked it to this one. What makes you think they're not going to wick it to 102? Oh, nice. Shout out to Emmanuel. Got his treasure. Yeah, so we have a little treasure too. We like it, and the dashboard is really cool. We like the dashboard. Dashboard is very functional. It's got a good UI. And just to let you guys know, today we're ending the live stream a little earlier. It's early release. It's all early release days, when it comes to getting out of school. So, but my daughter today is having an extravaganza at school, so I'm super happy for her. Really proud of her too, and I just hope she's having an awesome time. They get to do all kinds of water play today, have pizza and shaved ice and all that stuff, so super cool. So I'm happy that she is having a good day today. And hope you guys are having a good summer too. Hope you guys are having a good summer. Hope everything's going good. But right now, we're really now on the fence. We're on the fence of this Bitcoin trade. We're a little on the fence, but I just want to know that, like, look, I mean, we wicked to here. We went basically exactly into the spot that we called for on the Bitstamp chart. Where's my Bitstamp chart? We literally called it yesterday. We called the exact levels. I told you multiple different times in the live, and even right before we ended, I said, let me give you guys the levels real quick. And we literally went right there, right into those circled areas. So wick right there. And then I mean, this looks like a pretty tasty. I have an alert set here too at 103, because then once we're passing 103, that could be a point where I either want to maybe take the profits on the trade and then wait, and then maybe set a limit or something like that at like a bounce point. This is how I'm assessing my particular trade setup right now, is once we get to these certain levels where I want to take profit, which would be around in the 103, around this area, I'm probably going to do so because of the nature of how this market's been so quick, so volatile. Take the profit here and then be patient. Just be patient and see where the market can go. Let it do its thing for a little bit, and then we can have some established levels for Bitcoin to get into a limit order, which you can see clearly by the order block that a lot of action happened all in this area. You can see it. It all happened in this area. If we want to get a little bit more tight into it, like this was the support shakeout. So you can see boom, boom, boom. And then right from there was the blast off point where we trucked up to 111,000 Bitcoin from 102. This is when the bulls and the bears were really battling back and forth between each other, and the bulls finally got control, because I think the bears right here thought that they could short the 100K resistance, and it was unsuccessful. And then they tried to do it again, and they pushed it up. Tried to push it back down again to try and get it below 100K, and then it was just off to the races. And okay, thank you for reminding me. I keep forgetting about this. Like, I keep forgetting the fact, because it's taken so long. I mean, they announced about the FTX creditors like last year, and everyone kept thinking, well, when the heck is it actually going to happen? So it's happening. When is it happening? It's happening in just like a very soon, like in a week. Like in a week or two, we're going to have some FTX creditors. If you don't know what we're talking about, so whenever the FTX bankruptcy happened and the platform shut down and people couldn't withdraw their money, it went through the long court proceedings, and then finally there were work-throughs to be able to give back. I don't even know if they're getting 100%. I mean, it's probably not 100%, because when I got back my stuff from a failed exchange, I only got back like 30%. I mean, they only gave back like 30 or 40% of what the value of was your crypto, because they stole the rest of it and had to use it for legal fees. So basically, they're going to get like 50% or 60% of whatever their value was. So then all those creditors totaling about $1 billion. So $1 billion is going to be deposited into some of these exchanges, and actually some of the exchanges that had partnered up with FTX, and the distribution was Kraken. What was the other one? I know Kraken for sure. Kraken for sure was one of those accounts that you could accept the funds into Kraken, and I think you got, like, there were some incentives to do so. So maybe look at on Kraken what the top coins are trading on Kraken right now. And then you can think, oh, that could be an easy signal of what retail might pop back in, or at least the people that were in FTX, like what are they going to buy? Like they'll just probably end up buying what they were bullish on before, or who knows? They might want to pay some debt. So we can't be guaranteed that they'll go right back into the casino. What Emmanuel is talking about. But thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for helping me destroy the algorithm, which is, YouTube shadow banning. They even are banning channels like that Martini guy. Like that Martini guy's channel got banned because he got some strikes on videos for no reason. His videos are pretty straightforward. He's just like, look, here's the charts, here's the trades that I'm in, here's a product that I helped make, and it's just like a trading, like an indicator or something like that. So it doesn't seem like he's doing anything that would be breaking YouTube guidelines, but then they ban these channels like this, so it's crazy. So it's a fact. YouTube doesn't like crypto content, and you have to really, really battle the algorithm. And so I really appreciate you guys coming in and tuning into these live streams and also smashing up the like. It really helps tremendously. All right, so let's get into this freaking trade. This trade right now is I don't want it to get away from me. It's going to really piss me off if I finally decide to short. And then if it bounces from here, I'm going to lose my shit. But our daughter had this in her backpack, and I was like, "Oh, this is great. Let me put this on the desk so I can always remember this, and we'll always show you guys too. If at first you don't succeed, 'tis a lesson you should heed. Try again. If at first you don't succeed, try again." Shout out to Thomas Palmer. And then this was another one. I like this one. This one's good. Whatever you ask in prayer, and then also believing, you will receive. Let's go. Personal opinion, I think they're going to liquidate the longs. But when you're looking at the 12-hour, it's about an even split. People are at an even split of leveraged longs and shorts, where longs are going to get liquidated at 104 really hot, and then right here at 106.5 is where the shorts will get liquidated. And now it's like 106.5 is right here. It's basically above the breakdown of the first test candle, back test to 106 right here. And that's where we went down, and then we tried to test it again. So this would be the test up to liquidate the 50x, 100x shorts. Mine is a 5x. So the liquidation is like, let's see, liquidation on this one is 131,000. So, and I have my stop loss set like super tight at like 10%. I'm thinking they because it's right there, they go boom, and then they're gonna liquidate those longs, then they'll liquidate the shorts. Boom, boom. They'll do them both. But I don't, honestly, it's like who knows? Who knows? That's why you set stop losses. That's why you just gotta set the damn stop loss. Damn, now he's in profit. All right. James Wynn, his entry was 1055. Now he is in profit. 1055. What was our entry? 1054. 1054 for our short. Should we be following James Wynn right now? Should we be actually just following James Wynn? That's what I've been thinking to myself. It's like, oh, should we just copy trade him right now? Okay. Oh gosh. Okay. This is going to be one of those damn... No, it's not. It's not going to be one of those days. I'm not going to say that. I literally was thinking that this would be the next stopping point. Come on. We're not going to bring it to 102. They just brought us down here, damn it. That's what they always do. What is happening now? Is there some freaking news that I missed? What's the news? Trump media closes Bitcoin treasury deal. Oh my gosh. Jesus, Lord, Mary and Joseph. Look at this candle. Oh my gosh. I'm literally going to get out right now because this is crap. My trade now I feel like is going to be fully invalidated. And it already has been at this point. Son of a gun. Ugh. Yeah, if it starts to just like scram to go the opposite direction into these liquidations, 1065. 1065. Yeah. Damn, I thought they were going to bring that sucker to 102. Maybe they'll do it on the weekend. Maybe they'll bring it right up here and then they'll do it over the weekend. James, what do you know? What do you know, James? What the hell do you know, James? thank you everyone for tuning in. Really appreciate it. I think we're gonna have to end this one. We're gonna end this one a little early. Yeah. Yep, they're going for 10. Yep, they're gonna go for 106. They are gonna go for. They're gonna go for. Yeah, they're gonna go for that 106 here. 106.5. 106.5. If it can break the downtrend line, breaks 106.2, then it would be 106.5. We'll see how everything else is reacting. Altcoins are not looking good right now. Everything down about 4 to 10% here. Not looking good. In terms of the altcoins, let's look at the Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin dominance is crushing back up again. Bitcoin dominance could be trending back up to 65%. Looks like it is too. Totally looks like a dominance pushback. Test it right back up into there. Total three going down. This is excluding Bitcoin and ETH. You can see that's trending down while Bitcoin dominance is going up. So what does this mean? What does this mean? It means we're not yet there for an altcoin season to be happening anytime soon. Might take another 5 months is what that looks like. All right, guys. Thank you so much for coming in. We'll see you later. Thanks for popping in. Have a good weekend. We'll see you next time.